Roni Jones-Perry, after we so rudely hung up on her, is back with us on
I
the
don't
Desert
know.
at
Maybe
First
she
Credit
hung
Union
up
Hotline.
on us.
Or maybe she hung up on us. Hey, Roni, did you hang up on us?
Yeah, I did. I got sick of listening to you guys talk. Just kidding.
Man.
It was definitely you guys.
Oh, okay. Well, we apologize. We had a question yesterday when we were talking about this interview with you. Does anybody call you Veronica?
Not really.
It's always
No.
Roni. Okay, and if someone does call you Veronica, is it like your parent when they're getting mad at you?
When I was younger, yeah. But I don't know. Occasionally my husband will, just to tease me.
Okay.
I have a daughter whose name starts with V, so another V, is good. It's good. What's the best thing you've seen in Lexington, Kentucky so far?
There was a really, really pretty sunset last night when we were driving, so that was cool.
The sunset.
But other than that, we haven't really seen anything.
Okay, so you saw the sunset.
Business trip.
Exactly. It is a business trip. And for BYU, back in the Sweet 16 for a sixth consecutive year, how do you feel right now having done this yourself a time or two or three?
I'm just really excited. I think it's going to be a really fun game. I think it's going to be some good volleyball, so I'm just excited to be playing.
There's a lot of blue there. Are you comfortable around this amount of blue? Big Blue Nation there with Kentucky?
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Kentucky's a 4 seed, and this is something that maybe you had eyed down the road potentially is happening, but tell us a little bit about what Kentucky brings to the table and kind of the matchup between you and Kentucky.
I think that it's going to be a good, tough match. I think that they're a pretty big physical team. But I think that if we play our game well and play to our strengths, it's going to be a really good match.
For one of the few times this season, BYU goes into a match as the underdog. How is this team embracing that role?
I think that that's something that this team actually really loves. When we go into a match as the underdog, it's kind of like we take the chip on our shoulder and we just want to go and fight for every single ball and fight for every point. And so I think that it's going to be no different for this game.
You've only lost 2 matches all year. You're 30-2. You've been to the Sweet 16 in your career. This is the 3rd time. So how comfortable are you with this situation, albeit a high-stakes match?
I think that it's going to be really good. Like I said, it's just another game of volleyball. And if we just focus on it in that way and we just think about it like that, it's kind of comforting and it lets us just go play our game.
Are your teammates distracting you around you? I think I can hear them behind you.
Yeah, they are.
Who's
totally
by you?
Emily Lewis, Maddie Graham, McKenna Miller.
Oh, if Miller is involved.
Will you turn around to them right now and be like, hey, I'm on BYU Sports Nation, quiet down.
Yo, I'm talking to BYU Sports Nation. Can you guys just kidding?
Hey, it's all good. It's just live radio, right? Live TV. No big deal. Roni Jones-Perry with us live from Lexington, Kentucky, All-American candidate for BYU women's volleyball. What's the atmosphere like in the locker room for BYU during NCAA tournament time?
There's so much energy all the time right now. Everyone's just really excited every time that we see each other, and it's one of those things where we know that the end of our season is really soon, regardless of how far we make it into the tournament. We don't have very much time left with each other. And so I think that the time that we do get to spend with each other, there's just a lot of energy and everybody's having a lot of fun. And, so that's how it's been.
Fun to me is defined by 27 kills in 3 sets. I've never heard of anyone doing that at a competitive level. At what point this week did your arm finally loosen up?
I don't know. Sunday.
27 kills in 3 sets. Where does that individual performance rank in your career, Roni?
That was probably one of the best. And I think that just that whole match overall is one that I'll never forget. Just the feeling on the court and how loose everybody was playing and how much fight and energy there was. is just a really, really cool experience. And then just me having a good personal performance is just kind of icing on top of the cake.
Roni, we wish you the best of luck. Let's give you some BYU Sports Nation karma as you go to take on the Kentucky Wildcats in the Sweet 16. Keep the energy high.
Thank you.
I know it's hard not to have the energy high when you're surrounded by that much madness.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
You got it. Roni Jones-Perry joining us live from Lexington, Kentucky on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, your values, your timeline, your financial future.